I remember so many times in my childhood, teenage years, where because of a book I had read or a movie I'd watched or interactions that have witnessed and I heard someone say a bad word, those would enter in my thoughts and I would feel like I was a bad person because I had those thoughts or those things creeping into my brain. And I would try to push it away and smother it. And ultimately, I just felt guilty. Like, I'm a sinner. I'm bad. I'm terrible. What I wish I knew was that virtue, as defined in Preach My Gospel, is a pattern of thoughts and behaviors based on high moral standards. So, this pattern of thinking, patterns are something that repeat, that you can see over and over and over again. And so, for me, that means practice. It's something you're practicing over and over and over again so that it becomes the norm. And on the attribute activity, question or item number 27 reads, as you're evaluating, am I virtuous? It says, I focus on righteous, uplifting thoughts and put unwholesome thoughts out of my mind. So you're focusing when righteous thoughts come to your mind, when you feel the Spirit, when you feel joy, when you feel happy or this insight, whatever, all those positive feelings, you focus on that feeling. You let it expand. You let it fill your mind and your heart and your soul. And you try to sit with that as long as you can. You focus on it. And then on the flip side, when unwholesome thoughts come to mind, not if, but when, you put them from your mind. And so you're recognizing, oh, that thought that just came to my mind was inappropriate, it was rude, it was not virtuous, so I'm going to let it go. It doesn't define me. It's not who I am. It's not something I truly believe or think. And so I'm going to instead think about something that is uplifting, whether that is Jesus Christ and his atonement, a miracle he performed, a hymn, or even what you're going to make yourself for lunch. But just redirecting your thoughts. And so you're not repressing those bad thoughts, because at least for me, when I really, really am like, okay, don't think of that, you can't help but think of it. And so if you accept it and say, okay, yeah, I thought that, it came into my mind, but that's not who I am, and you let it fly free, and then choose and the kind of person you want to be, the kind of thoughts you want to have. Choose to think of something better, or take a moment to evaluate, who can I serve right now? Or what can I do really quickly to bring the Spirit into my life? And as you do that over and over again, every single time a good thought comes to your mind, you're sitting with it. Every single time a bad thought comes to your mind, you're redirecting. And as you do that over and over and over again, you are leading a virtuous life.